소리 들리죠? 예.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to open my mic. Okay, thank you very much again to see you. We are now starting the General Assembly meeting. So all the members, not only including the Executive Council members, also all the other the participants, we are joining through the Zoom online network. So can you hear me? Would you please raise your hand as a sign of the recognition? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, the 2 nights and 3 days, they performed this wonderful the conference at the Jeju National University. As I mentioned in my the keynote, the opening speech, then you see I was personally 2 years ago convinced that the conference 2021 conference could be the on site rather than online. But unfortunately, because of this COVID-19 pandemic, so we had to perform this conference online. But it was okay. But as we not only me, but also all the related colleagues got involved in this process of the Zoom-based conference, we understand that there are some, from time to time, something we are not familiar with. So we learned a lot about this technology and the methodology for the Zoom-based online conference. Right. Okay. Now I am looking back again that the moment of the seminal idea of the origin and the development of our societies. It was 2016 when the Fenggang Professor Yang suggested a international conference between my university, Kyunghee, and then his university, Purdue, at the Seoul. So we hold that conference in the Kyunghee University in 2016 July. And then the Fenggang, they invited a number of the young junior scholars from the mainland China. Yes, of course, some his colleagues from the USA. So we had held the academic conference very successfully, and there then we discussed about the idea of the possibility of the establishment of the East Asian sort of a society for all the scholars. And then yes, Fenggang, he said, oh yes, of course we should do and we could do, so that the seminal ideas becomes more and more developed into the more concrete way. And then following year, 2017, I met the Professor Yoshida Sakurai at Lausanne in Switzerland, and we met each other to discuss about the seminal idea of the establishment of this East Asian society. So he also said, "Oh yes, okay, we should do, and we could do." So that's why the following year, the 2017. The summer, there was conference held in the Hong Kong Baptist University with the strong support from the Professor William Ng and with his colleagues. So that's the actually starting kind of a nestling period. And then following year, in year of 2018, there's the inaugural conference held in the SMU, the Singapore Management University in Singapore. That's the first conference. And then after that, 2019, there's a second conference held at the Hokkaido University with strong support from the Professor Sakurai and his colleagues and his university. And then again, it was 2020. But unfortunately, because of sudden interruption by the COVID-19 pandemic, we had to postpone that conference. So that's the background of the brief history of the East Asian Society for the Scientific Study of Religion. Now we finished the third conference, and the next year there will be fourth the conference at the Taipei in Taiwan. And the first day at the executive council meeting, we talked to each other between the council members about the possible the conference in the Taiwan and Taipei, Taiwan. And we also we have a strong faith in the possibility of having that conference not online but on site. Okay, yeah, that's our hope and expectations. Okay, so we need your strong prayer for that possibility. Thank you very much. And slightly, I'd like to introduce to the leadership formation, please, slightly. And my present the term will continue until the summer next year. Then that will be taken over by the Vice President Professor Yoshida Sakurai. He will take over my present the term from the summer next year. And then General Secretary there is. Would you please, the Professor Sakurai, would you please raise your hand, please? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. And then, oh yes, of course, the past president, Feng Gang. Yeah. Where is Feng Gang? Can you raise your hand, please, Feng Gang, Professor Feng Gang? Thank you very much. Oh, you are sitting in your backyard.
Yeah, my backyard.
Right?
Yes.
The background is very beautiful. Right, okay. And then General Secretary, Wang Seokju, would you please raise your hand, please? Thank you. Good, okay. That General Secretary Wang Seok is really long-term dictator. Actually, he now serving his job is nearly 4 years' time. So, okay, thank you so much. You suffered from the many things to establishment and the management and development of these societies. And also the treasurer. Unfortunately, I don't know whether he is somewhere here in this Zoom, the spaces in the Zoom. The Yongbin Lim, he really suffered from the many things, how to establish, develop, and start our society in terms of the financial structures. He made good, very wonderful the contribution and the effort made in order to carry out our association. Thank you very much. But unfortunately, he resigned his position as a treasurer. So his job, the position will be taken over by the Professor Koki Shimizu at the Hokkaido University. Would you please talk to the Professor Shimizu? Raise your hand, please. Thank you very much. All right, okay. Thank you. There's a very handsome professor there. Thank you. Right, okay. I really hope the Professor Shimizu will also make a good contribution to our society in the future. So there will be very smooth transition of the duties and responsibilities for the job and the position of the treasurers from the Korea to the Japan and within the couple of months. Thank you very much. And also the Assistant General Secretary Unga Singh, Professor Unga Singh. Where is Professor Unga Singh? Raise your hand. Thank you very much, Representative. So he is now the working as Assistant General Secretary from also the Hokkaido University. Okay, thank you very much. And yes, that's the key members of our Executive Council. And also the council members, there's the Xiangping Li. His term will be ending this summer. Is there Professor Xiangping Li there? Somewhere here? No. Okay, that I think he is pretty busy in China. And also Professor Tokomo Fukuda from the Chiba University, Japan. The Professor Fukuda? No, okay. I'm sure that he is busy. She's busy. Okay, and also the Professor Guoxin Su. Thank you very much. He will later give us very good the introduction about the his university as the priest for the next year's conference very soon. Very beautiful. We saw it on the first day of the conference. Okay, are you going to prepare to give us show us that good presentation? Okay, Guoxin Su is his term will be continued to until the next year, summer next year, and Professor David Palmer. So would you please, where's it, Professor Palmer? Oh, not in here this moment. Okay, he's busy. And the Professor Marco Mullins. Professor Marco Mullins. Oh, not yet. Okay, Marco Mullins is in University of Auckland, New Zealand. And Francis Lim. But I don't think I've seen at this conference this year. Okay, Prince Lim is the Nanyang Technology University, Singapore. And Hung Jian Yang, the Professor Hung Jian Yang from the Academia Sinica of Taiwan. Hung Jian Yang, is raised your hand, please. I'm afraid he's not. Okay, the Professor Anderson from the Duke University, USA. I saw her the day before yesterday, but not today. Probably is busy. Okay, and Professor Norihito Takahashi at the Tokyo University, Japan. Not in here. Okay, and Professor Yuting Wang from the American University of Sharjah, United Arab Emirates. Professor Wang, I saw you last night. So probably you spent a lot of energy last night. So you did a bit. Hello. Okay. Also, we have a three standing committee, publication committee led by the Professor Gordon Melton, the Baylor University, and also the International Liaison Committee led by the Professor Andre Laliberta. Where's Andre? Andre Laliberta. I saw him last night. Right. Okay. He is going to be here this moment. And also the third one, the Development Committee, led by the Professor William Ng from the Hong Kong Baptist University. Okay. That's the structure of the standing committee, publication committee, and the International Liaison Committee, and the Development Committee. And also we have regional liaisons, because the association is quite new and fledgling the associations. So we need to have some the regional liaison, the professors, the more activate our associations. So there's the Professor Hyung-Chul Jang from the Induk University. He's representative for the Korean the regions. The Hyung-Chul Jang, is somewhere here? Raise your hand, please. I saw him last night, but not this moment. And also the Japan's representative, the Kentawa is a professor, and the Yokoi Momoko, and also China mainland is the representative is Liu, Shanghai University, and the Xingao Renmin University. The Taiwan is Yu Chengli, the Professor Yu Chengli, National Chengchi University, and the Singapore is its representative is Francis Lin. Also, I mentioned earlier the Nanyang Technology University, and William Ng for the Hong Kong area, and Professor Hung Kwang Hung Nguyen is Vietnam areas. Okay, USA is representative the Professor Anderson. The Canada is by the Andrew Laliberta. And the lastly, Europe, Stefania Travanin, University Groningen. And the Austria and the New Zealand, as I mentioned earlier, the Professor Luke Mullins. Okay, yeah, that's the formation of our regional liaisons. Okay.
I just want to add
Now the
information. Stefania
in my
is not anymore.
oh yes, thank you very
She's
much.
in London.
And
Yes,
Professor Laliberta. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, are you okay? Because you spent a lot of energy last night. Andrew, good. Okay, if you feel good, then please, this sign. Show us this sign. Andre, just follow me. This sign, Andre. Raise your hand. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, as I mentioned in my opening remarks, very briefly, I personally, as a president of this association, you see, we are all specialists in the field of religion and the religion-related, the humanities and social sciences related areas. You see, I tried to focus on the realities of these human societies we are facing more and more. Recently, the mass media outlets, you probably come across many news reports about some very the ecological crisis. You see, the record heat and record drought, record flood. Is all of the human the communities. You see, the last couple of days ago, that I came across one specific news about the unprecedented flood in Europe. So that's why the more than 100 people, their life were taken away by the flood in Germany. You see, the Germany is really the one of the best developed countries with very good quality of the infrastructure. So 100 people, their lives were taken away by the flood. You see, so that shows us that how big and how deep and big this types of flood was actually. So in that way, I think that in many respects, our human society is really increasingly lagged into the very difficult ecological crisis situations. It's really, but we all know that not only also we as specialists in religion and arts and humanity, but also all the citizens like you and us know that we need to suggest or invent some possible the practical solutions to keep ourselves away from that very dangerous endangerment situations. But even though many people know, we know that, but not able to implement and realize that the practical solutions. That's really difficult situation we human civilization at the moment is facing. You see, science and technology, it looks good, but I don't think they can save our human civilizations. And also the politicians, I from time to time came across watch on the very short video clips about the pale blue dot given by the Carl Sagan. And then in his announcement and the narrations, he particularly focused on the politician, but he called them corrupted politicians, not just the politicians. So in this sense, I think we don't and trust in that respect anyway. Yeah, of course, there's good politicians, of course, but we don't believe that the politicians and the world leaders, as world leaders, can save and lead us to the realize that the practical solutions. So at this juncture, I think we need to think about again the deeper dimension of the meanings of religions. You see, not only in the functionalistic point of view, but also the more fundamentally different and reflexive dimension of the religious traditions. So what I want to talk right now is that the dimension of the so-called idea of the axial age. So that's why the wonderful, very respectable Professor Young-Shin Park, he delivered us the very meaningful and impressive presentation, special lecture on the axial age tradition and the self-questioning. This is very fundamentally significantly important for all of us. So there's one particular the paragraphs, very short one. I will quote very quickly. The axial tradition are a place of the meeting where people all over the world can come together, and the base for dialogue where they can learn from and teach each other. These traditions are precious heritage shared by the global community. It is necessary to meet again with the axial traditions. This is because by inheriting the questioning ability to negate reality contained in the tradition, we can question our own countries and the people which are struck in the pegs of nation-centrism and finally shut out to become free global citizens for the global community. So we are all, as a human being and the human civilization, all in the actual traditions, bind through which we can very deeply, reflexively compare ourselves with other human beings and other species. And also that we can speculate about in what way our human the civilization should go in regard to this important, significantly important dimension of religious facts. Okay, so so that's why we are, this year's the conference title, Religion and Peace. So that's why we came here. So like all the saying that a bird of a feather flock together. So we are all together together here to discuss and think and imagine of that dimension very deeply. Thank you very much. Okay, now that is it. I will come to the Jeju. Okay, well, the Jeju University will show us some very short the presentation very quickly, and then after that we will turn to the Professor Go-Shin-Su's interpretation and introduction of the Taiwan. Okay, would you please go ahead.
Thank you. We prepared a video of the religion and peace tour of Jeju that we would have guided if you had come to Jeju in person. It may be difficult to see because this is the first first video that I made. I would like to thank Kirun Lee, his nickname Lee Kiruni, for helping with the video editing, and Mian Go for helping with the English subtitles. And forgive me, please understand that you may feel that this video contains PPL. I am pastor of Pilgrim's Church of last seen in video. Yes, then let's watch the video for 20 minutes together. Thank you.
Yeah. 왜 안 되나? 그래? 이거 아니야? 소리. 키가 안 들리나? 좋다.
제주도에서 여러 신화들이 있습니다. 신이 많은 만큼 신화도 굉장히 많지만 여기에 뭐 천지가 어떻게 만들어졌고 인간의 어떻게 생겼는지를 알려주는 일반신 분풀이라는 것도 있고, 그리고 당신, 이러한 그 당에 계시는 당신에 대한 신화의 내력인 당신 분풀이도 있고, 그리고 또 집안을 또 수호하는 조상신 분풀이도 있고, 여러 분풀이들이 있어요. 그 중에서도 제주 신화에서 가장 기본적인 구조는 이 당신을 보신, 그리고 당신의 내력인 당신 분풀이가 가장 원초적이고 가장 오래되었고 제주도 토속적인 것이라고 저희들이 인식을 하고 있습니다. 그래서 그것만큼이나 제주도 신앙이, 무속 신앙에 있어서 당이 가지는 의미는 정말 중요하고, 그리고 그 중에서도 이 마을당 같은 경우는 이 위치, 이 신당의 구조 자체가 아주 오랫동안 신앙이 얼마나 강고히 지켜져 왔는지가 그대로 보여지는 신당의 구조라서 더더욱 의미 있는 당이다라는 생각이 좀 들었습니다. 그래서 오늘 이렇게 소개해 드릴 수 있어서 정말 좋았습니다.
고맙습니다.
이 단골분들이 와서 다 놀고 한 다음 1년 농사가 어떻게 될 것인가 궁금하잖아요. 사람은 미래를 아는 게 제일 행복한 것 같죠. 내일 오늘 이 순간 걸어가면서도 좀 있다 먼 일이 이렇게 됐으면 좋겠다는 게 우리 인간의 본 마음이지 않습니까? 그러니까 1년에서 소통하면서 이제 내 미래에 대해서 고민도 하고, 뭐 저희들이 하는 얘기가 100% 모든 게 이렇게 하라 해서 되는 게 아니지만 서로가 소통하고 의견을 나눔으로써 자기가 갈 길을 스스로 판단하면서 서로가 1년 동안 편안하게 해주는 그런 공간이 되겠습니다. 일단 학교만 하고, 근데 마을은 모든 제주도는 이것이 토제 하지 않습니까? 근데 이 토제를 겸해서 이 마을에서 소원과 나원과 종원까지 있거든요. 그 같이 대관들이 와서 마을 토제 겸해서 같이 가고 있습니다. 특별하죠. 유교식 문화와 군 문화 같이 마을제를 같이 하기 때문에.
아, 마을제를 여기서 한다고요?
네, 여기서 합니다. 그래서 그분들이 참여해서 다른 동네에는 그런 게 없거든요.
그쵸. 포제하고 이게
포제
구분해서 하는데.
구분해서 해야 되는데 여기는 같이 하고 있어요. 또 여기는 아까 얘기 안 했지만 사냥을 한다는 산신놀이가 있습니다. 영국화된 거죠. 영국 형식으로 이렇게 얘기 줄거리가 있습니다. 그래서 산신놀이를 하면서 이제 그거를 분육해서 잡아다가 뭐 노루나 뽕이나 잡아다가 또 위에 상전한테 바치는 그런 놀이국적인 짓이 있습니다. 이게 마을 땅이 이제 제일 남았죠. 다른 데는 이제 거의 안 하고 마을 땅만이 지금 남았죠.
감사합니다.
1년에 그러니까 이 사람들이 들어온 거는 1899년인가 그때부터 들어왔거든요. 1899년에서 그러니까 1900년도에 막 퍼졌는데 1901년에 이재순환이라고 부르는 밀란이 일어났어. 그때 밀란이 일어났을 때 천주교인들이 한 3,000명쯤 됐어요. 이렇게 1년 사이에 3,000명이 된 거거든요. 원래 천주교라는 게 전혀 없었는데 갑자기 천주교가 들어와가지고 제주도에 이제 퍼질 때 여기 오는 신부들이 왕한 그때 고종 황제거든. 그 조선 시대 고종 황제한테 가서 소개장을 받아 갖고 왔어. 소개장에 이 사람을 나하고 같이 대해달라 이런 게 있었어. 여아대라고 한자로 쓰는데 여아대 이렇게 쓴 고종 황제의 친필을 들고 오는 거야. 그걸 하나씩 써달라 갖고 이제 전국에 갔거든. 제주도도 그걸 들고 와가지고 딱 내밀고 그리고 여기서 딱 행차를 할 때는 사람들 돈을 줘갖고 가마를 갖고 오게 해서 목사가 가마 타고 돌아다니듯이 신부가 가마를 딱 타고 돌아다녔어. 그러니까 사람들이 이게 힘센 놈이 왔구나 이렇게 된 거야. 그래갖고는 힘센 사람이니까 여기 들어가면 좀 어떻게 나도 관이 괴롭히는 것으로부터 좀 도망갈 수 있지 않을까. 해갖고는 사람들이 죄다 이 천주교로. 문제는 그 똑같은 시기에 서울에서 파견한 그 세금 걷는 관리가 왔어. 근데 그 관리가 악랄한데 강봉원이라는 사람인데 와가지고 새로운 세금을 막 만들어. 그래갖고는 옛날에 어떤 세금, 땅에 토지세를 안 매겼던 데 가서 토지세를 매기고, 그 다음에 중앙정부에서 갖고 있는 소유의 땅은 막 팔아먹고, 그래갖고는 여기서 세금 걷어들이는 걸 막 시작해갖고 한 2년 동안 했는데, 문제는 그 세금 걷는 거를 밑에서 따라서 쫓아다니면서 해주던 그 중간 관리자들이 누구냐면 천주교인이 했어. 그래서 제주도 사람들한테 미움을 무지하게 많이 받았다. 거기다가 또 하나, 천주교가 들어와 가지고 기존 한국 사람이 가지고 있는 종교를 무시했어. 집에 들어가서 제사상을 엎어버려. 천주교인들이 그러라고 했어. 신부들이 가르쳤다고. 그리고 또 하나는 여기저기 보니까 왜 시골에 가면 당이 있어. 그래서 당에 거기 이제 지역 신들을 모셔놓고 왜 신방 또는 무당이 가서 거기서 빌기도 하고 굿도 하고 하는 거잖아. 근데 그거를 못하게 만들고 가서 왜 그 신당 가면은 왜 옛날 오래된 나무도 있고 그런데 그 나무를 다 잘라버렸어. 그걸 10군데 이상 했다. 그러니까 제주도에서 난리가 났지. 그러다가 결국은 사람들이 전부 들고 일어나가지고 천주교 이놈의 새끼들 다 죽여야 된다. 그렇게 해서 싸움이 벌어졌어요. 그 싸움이 벌어지는 바람에 천주교인들이 다 어디로 모였냐면 제주 성으로 모였어. 그래서 문을 닫아 걸었어. 그러니까 바깥에는 그 농민군이 저 대정에서부터 시작해갖고 쫙 몰려와가지고 전부 안에다 대고 총을 쏘고 있었어. 안에서는 신부가 총 들고 나와서 밖에다 대고 총 쏘고 있고. 그렇게 해서 한 열흘 이상 대치를 하다가 결국은 문을 다 열고 들어가서 천주교인을 다 잡았어. 그래갖고는 무릎 꿇리고 관덕정 앞에 사람들을 모아놓고 천주교인들을 그때 한꺼번에 한 300명 이상 죽였지. 그리고 도망간 천주교인을 찾아서 온 섬을 뒤지는 거야. 그래갖고 천주교인이 몇백 명이 죽었는지 몰라. 굉장히 큰 일이 제주도에서 있었지. 그러고 나서 프랑스 군함이 들어오고, 그 그다음에 한국 정부가 보낸 군대가 또 들어와 갖고 진압을 다 했어. 진압하고 나서 주동자 대표적인 세 사람을 잡아서 서울로 데리고 가서 재판을 하고 그 사람들을 다 죽였어. 죽였는데 죽이니까 그 다음에 여기에 내려와서 신부로 있던 사람 중에 제일 대표자가 프랑스 신부거든. 그랬더니 프랑스 공사가 서울에서 황제한테 배상금을 요구를 했어. 지금 우리 천주교 신부가 하는 이 카톨릭 모임에 사람들이 들어왔는데 수백 명이 죽었다. 배상금을 내놔라. 그래갖고는 배상금을 내놓으라 그랬으면 국가가 내줘야 될 거 아니야. 근데 그렇게 안 했어. 어떻게 했을 것 같아? 제주도에다, 제주도민 니들이 내. 그래서 제주도에서 사람들이 돈을 다 모금을 했어. 그래갖고 그 돈으로 이 땅을 사준 거야. 돈을 내니까 그 수백 명이 묻힐 땅을 제공을 해줬어. 그래서 이제 그 돈으로 천주교 측이 여기를 사가지고 여기를 공동묘지로 쓴 거지. 부터 한 110년, 120년 전에 제주도에 처음 들어온 천주교가 들어오자마자 제주도 사람들하고 부딪히고 싸우고 하다가 수백 명이 죽은 그 역사를 보여주는 곳이에요. 자, 여기 이름이 공식 이름이 저기 옆에 써 있죠. 황사평 순교자 묘역 이렇게 썼는데 지금 여기 있는 게 이제 말하자면 공동으로 만든 묘예요. 근데 이게 1901년 때 죽은 사람들이에요. 근데 그때 제주도 일반 농민들에 의해서 죽임을 당한 사람들인데 그러면 밀란의 희생자죠. 그렇죠? 희생자인데 이 희생자들을 지금 천주교에서는 뭐라고 붙여놨냐면 순교자라는 이름을 쓰고 있어요. 순교자 맞아요? 이게 화해의 탑 이렇게 이름을 붙였는데 이거는 제주도 천주교구가 만들었어요. 문창우 신부가 지금은 주교예요. 주교가 돼가지고 이렇게 이제 만들었어요. 문창우 신부는 우리 제주대학교 사회학과에서 석사를 했어요. 천주교 쪽에서는 지역사회 이걸 만들면서 우리가 그때 주민들한테 제주도 사람들한테 잘못한 게 많다. 그렇게 스스로 얘기를 했어요. 그러면서 우리를 용서하시오. 제주도민들 이제 우리 천주교는 제주도민들하고 잘 지내고 싶어요. 그러니까 화해를 합시다. 그래서 세워놨습니다. 문제는 얼마나 진심인지 잘 몰라서 그게 더 문제죠. 그리고 제주도민들한테 그러면 어떤 방법으로 이걸 자기네가 그렇다는 걸 알릴 건지 모르겠어요. 근데 여기 이거 화해탑 그 행사를 할 때는 천주교인들끼리만 모여서 했어요. 그래서 내가 궁금해서 물어봤어요. 누구누구 불렀어요? 그랬더니 아니 뭐 그냥 안에서 합니다. 그래서 그러면 진짜 화해 아닌데 그러고 웃었어요. 그러니까 종교가 없던 곳에 새로 들어갔을 때 사람들하고 부딪히거든요. 그 부딪히는 건 어떤 일이 벌어질까 할 때 제주도의 케이스는 아주 독특한, 전국에서도 이만큼 희생자 많이 나온 사건이 한 번도 없었는데 천주교는 제주도 와서 유독 이렇게 크게 부딪히죠.
그런데 그 사람이 32살 김수진이라고 여기 삼양 그 위에 도련동에 여기 사는 사람인데 그 삼양교회에 있는 거예요. 기독교 연합회 그 소속이더라고요. 기독교 협회, 한국 기독교 협회 소속이라 KCC 소속이라. 그리고 거기에서 이제 인계 사과하고 또 뭐했어요? 이제 종단의 대표 총무장한테 서신도 이제 사과한 거 이제 보내고 그렇게 이제 했는데 그 여론이 이제 안 좋으니까 그게 해불 중에 우리나라에서 해불 중에 최고 큰 사건 규모가 크고 우리가 그 유실 금액이 한 우리가 따져보니까 이걸 그렇게 이제 하여튼 현금으로 할 수 있는 것만 물질적인 거 하니까 한 2억 5천 이 정도 자살해서 나와서 99년에 자살했어. 자기가 좀 갈등.
의 목사 안수를 받고 98년도 8월에 제주도에 내려왔거든요. 그래서 서귀포에 있었는데 내려왔을 때 얼마 전에 이런 일이 있었다는 이야기, 그런 이야기들을 그때 들었어요. 그 친구 목사들한테 듣고는 마음이 굉장히 무거워가지고 한번 찾아가 뵙고 죄송합니다라고 말씀을 드려야지 하는 마음을 계속 갖고 있었는데 오늘에 왔네요. 죄송합니다. 근데 이제 그때
사과는 나중에 이제 또
나중에 다시 봐야 되고 그 회불된 현장을 보고 그 범인을 이제 다리까지 가서 붙잡고 했을 때 그때 그 심정, 그때 그 마음하고 나중에 이제 뭐 사과한다고 뭐 교회에서도 오고 NCC에서도 오고 뭐 미국에서도 오고 하는 그 사과하는 사안을 받고 또 사과하러 온 사람들 만날 때 그때 마음하고 좀 어땠는지를 여쭤볼 수 있을까요?
그때 바로는 안 왔어요. 위에서만 했고 여기서는 삼양교에서도 전혀 기색이 없었어요. 지방에서는 없었어요.
직접 찾아온 경우는 없었어요?
네, 없었어요.
그러니까 이 서한 발송에서 이제 그 조계종으로 서한을 발송하고 원명 선언으로는
없었어요.
온 적이 없었던 거군요.
없었어요. 그게 누구죠? 지난번 작년에 우리 교회 협의회 회장
와서 이제 직접 만나 뵙고 사과 말씀 전하고 그랬다고 해요.
이종 목사님이 이제 주선해서 왔어요.
그때 이제 기독교 신문에 그게 나서 제가 봤었어요.
그게 그것도 나쁘다 기독교. 내에서 하시는 거 의사 표현한 건 이제 처음이었어요. 그럼 벌써 뭐 한 20년 지나서.
그렇죠.
동해청 순례자의 쉼터입니다. 그러니까 이 공간은 길을 지나가는 사람들이 들어와서 잠시 쉬었다가 갈 수 있고요. 근데 이 순례자의 교회 컨셉은 그냥 작은 교회. 근데 그 순례자의 교회들 중에서도 이 동해청 순례자의 교회가 가장 작아요. 이 공간이 전부인 거지만 이게 전부가 아니고 여기는 쉼터라고 했으니까 예배실이라는 공간은 따로 있습니다. 요 위에 있는데 아주 좋아요. 이게 이제 벽이거든요. 일종의 성과 통을 다른 벽이라고 생각하시면 되고, 여기 나와 있는 튀어나온 이부분이 이 부분이 예배실이에요. 이 예배실이 성과 속에 걸쳐 있는 그런 구조로 예배실은
Okay, that's the end of this video clips made by the Jeju National University. And there's a one gentleman there who narrated the historical the accidents or affairs happened in Jeju Island. He is sitting over there, the Professor Sung Yun Cho, the program chair and the former director of the Jeju National University of Institute of Peace Studies. Okay, now it's time to turn to the Professor Go Shin-soo's introduction of the Taipei and Taiwan as the next year's conference site. So are you ready, Professor Su?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for the introductions.
Good.
It's
Okay,
a great
go ahead,
honor.
Professor.
Yeah, can you hear me?
소리가 안 들려?
Okay. It's a great honor to be able to represent all the scholars in Taiwan to report to you our plans for next year's meeting. I will first like to extend my gratitude to all the member in the society, and particularly the member of all the council members to grant us the honor to host this meeting. And the meeting will be co-hosted by two of the most prestigious academic institute in Taiwan. One is the National Taiwan University, and the other one is Academic Sinica. But they are both in Taipei. And the conference will be organized by all the council member of Taiwan, including the former member and the current members. And the conference venue will be held in National Taiwan University College of Social Science. This is a medium-sized college. We have around like 140 faculty member and 3,000 students. And the campus is located at the center of Taipei City. And it's a beautiful campus with all kinds of facility for international conference. For example, this is our international conference room, which can accommodate 150 people at the same time. And we have also salon places for our member to socialize or to host a refreshment party. And we have all kinds of classroom of different size. And the largest one can accommodate 300 people at the same time. Although we don't have that much member, but hope one day we can grow to 300. But you never know, because perhaps next year is the first time that everybody can travel. So we probably will attract more than our member to attend this meeting. Okay, the campus has a very famous architect library. It's designed by a Japanese architect called Ito Oyo. And it has become a tourist attraction. Sometimes you will see Japanese tourists and Korean tourists come here just to visit this beautiful library. This is some of the pictures that to show you. And this is the building of sociology department. And we will probably host the meeting both at the College of Social Science and at the Department of Sociology. And it's just right next to the college. Okay, this is what library looks like at night. It's a beautiful library to work and to study. Okay, the transportation, because the campus is located at the center of the city, so it's very convenient. It only takes about 15 minutes from the airport to NTU by taxi or by metro Taipei, and it has MRT stations about 10 minutes walk, so you can reach everywhere in Taipei about within 20 and 15 minutes. You can go to a great restaurant and all kinds of tourist attraction places is a very convenient location. And the hotel rate is relatively reasonable. It's about 100 and 150 US dollar per night. Maybe we can get a discount rate from the campus. But of course, there are also luxury hotels. It's not very far from the campus either, if you preferred. Okay. And we haven't decided the conference date yet, but judging from the previous conference, the day of previous conference, we expect that the conference will be held most likely in July. And there's also possibility to hold the conference in mid-August, because the mid-August is the Ghost Festival in Taipei, in Taiwan. So we are discussing the possibility of probably in August. But we will discuss this with the council member and decide the date as soon as possible and send you the exact day so you can book your ticket and calendars. Okay, and of course there will be sightseeing and excursion in Taipei. So the temple is a must-see. I hope I don't have to go through, although I'm very impressed with the film that I just saw from the Jeju Island, but I hope I won't have to go through all the trouble to edit the film for 20 minutes. I would rather to show you on site. We will have our colleagues in Taiwan as a tourist guide and give you a very insightful and deep exploration about the temple in Taipei. There are many famous temples. I think many of you have been here, but we will ask our expert to give you more details about the religion in Taipei. And there are also possible excursion nearby the Taipei County. It's not very far. It only takes 1 hour to go to reach the beach and ocean and mountain area. And there are all kinds of possible arrangement that we can do for you to enjoy the city as well as enjoy the conference. So I hope I will see you in person in Taipei next year. And please mark your calendar and make sure that I will see everyone next year. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor, for your the introduction of the possibility of having next year's conference on site at Taipei. Okay, so what should we do? Is to let's pray. That's my joking. Right. Okay. So lastly, I will invite the Professor Sung-Yun Cho to give us the farewell remarks very briefly. Would you please come? Yeah. Professor Cho.
두 사람 나오고 목사님.
Would you please come? All of you come up here too.
여러분, 오늘로 3일. 예, 그냥 여기서 얘기하면 되죠.
같이.
예. 3일 동안의 대회가 다 끝났습니다. 여러분 수고 많이 하셨습니다.
Now we are wrapping up the 3-day event, and I thank you all for your great participation and passion.
우리의 주제가 동아시아에서의 종교와 평화입니다. 우리가 이번 토론을 통해서 동아시아의 종교를 더 잘 이해할 수 있는 기회가 되었으면 좋겠습니다.
This year's theme of the conference was the religion and peace in East Asia, and I hope that the 3-day event we had was provided a meaningful venue and platform for discussions and understanding of religion in East Asia.
종교는 갈등을 불러일으키기도 하고요. 또 우리에게 평화를 가져다 주기도 합니다. 미래의 동아시아 종교는 어디로 갈 것인가? 한번 다시 생각해 봅시다.
Religion sometimes serves as an agent of conflict, but also of peace. And let's think about where the religion will usher us into the future.
이번에 제주도에서 대회를 했지만 여러분들이 직접 제주를 방문하지 못했습니다. 다음에 다시 한번 제주도에 방문할 수 있는 기회를 만들고 싶습니다.
We held this conference online regretfully, but hopefully you will have a chance to visit us next time, and hopefully we will be able to host another event to invite you all.
이번 대회 내내 뒤에서 전체 프로그램이 잘 돌아가도록 도와준 스텝을 마지막 인사로 소개해드리고 싶습니다.
Before concluding my remarks, I would like to introduce our staff members who organized and helped seamlessly carry out all of the program schedules.
먼저 평화연구소 소장님 잠깐 인사하겠습니다. 예. 예.
Director Jeongpil Yang of Jeju National University Institute of Peace Studies.
다음에는 전체의 프로그램을 맡아서 코디네이터로 수고해준 김준표 선생님.
Dr. Junpyo Kim of Jeju National University, who worked as a coordinator of all of the schedules.
그리고 함께 일을 해준 손여려.
And doctoral student Son Yeoryo of Jeju National University, a staff member.
그리고 기술적인 문제와 통역을 함께 해준 제일 바빴던 사람은 지금 통역하는 고미연 씨입니다.
And it is me. My name is Mi-yeon Go. I'm a doctoral student of Jeju National University. I was responsible for the technical and all of the interpreting work.
여러분들이 모두 도와서 잘 마치게 된 것을 기쁘게 생각합니다. 감사합니다.
I am very delighted that we could end this program seamlessly and without any severe accidents. And thank you very much for your cooperation and help.
타이완에서 다시 만납시다.
I'll see you in Taiwan next year.
Okay, thank you very much. Again, would you please give them a big hand, please? Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, without their strong support and the efforts, I think this year's conference would not come into existence. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, right. Okay, thank you all of you attending through the Zoom, and the international conference, the third international conference of the East Asian Society for the Scientific Study of Religion. Okay, as the Professor Su introduced very beautifully, let's see you in the next year at the Taipei and Taiwan. Okay, and keep very well your health and your family and your colleagues in your country and in your workplaces. Okay, thank you very much. See you next year. Thank you very much. Would you please raise your hand, please? Thank you very much. Okay, see you again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
수고하셨어. 오늘 가서 잠 푹 자면 돼.